Hello and welcome to Chapter 316 of the DC Alliance podcast. With me, as always, is Joe. Joe, how you doing today?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good actually. It's for the most part. I had to work today, got to work tomorrow, but just living the dream. There, Travis, just living the dream. Actually, I'm not doing too shabby. My assumption is we are working all these Saturdays because the rumor is we're gonna get maybe a month off toward the end of the year.
Ooh,
We we're gonna be having our new model coming up
yeah,
here soon, and we have to do some restructuring in the plant. So that means they have to shut down so that they can move things around. So I mean, I'll get paid for it, which is
yep.
nice, but you know,
Yeah, I gotta optimize. They gotta optimize their workflow.
yeah.
Like,
So we got they'll build up the Havas build all these trucks up on these Saturdays to so that we can have this time off. But
okay.
it's just working all this time just sucks.
Oh, it's rough. 6 day
Yeah,
weeks are tough.
yeah. But how you doing?
I'm tired, my friend, as well. Had a week of work. I had to watch Oliver all day today, and we were out in the sun for most of it. So today was I had to take the day off. But besides that, not too bad. We got a good show here to talk about, and we had a good movie, not a DC related movie, but a great superhero movie nonetheless.
Yeah,
In Spider Man, and go check out Marvel Alliance and listen to the review on that.
yeah. Good review, by the way.
I haven't
I
had a
just
chance
listened.
to check it out yet, so
Yeah, I just listened to it yesterday.
I'm gonna listen to it today because I wanted to catch up on their X Men review of last night too. So I don't want to
I
get
mean,
like double. I don't know if there's questions come from like listeners for the Spider Man episode they had in the X Men episode. So I'm going to check out Spider Man tonight and the X Men tomorrow. I'll do the Spider Man while I'm editing this episode. But before we get into, we're talking about Batman Cape Crusader Season 2. Before we do that, let me get the network plugs underway. So we are part of the Geek Ultimate Alliance with 6 shows in total. On Mondays is Ranger Alliance, on Tuesdays is the Walk Through the Multiverse, on Wednesdays is the Animation Nation, on Thursdays is Star Wars Alliance, on Fridays is Marvel Alliance, and on Saturdays is DC Alliance. Star Wars Alliance goes live on the Geekverse YouTube channel Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Marvel Alliance goes live Thursdays at 9:10 p.m. Eastern Time, and DC Alliance goes live Fridays at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. All three of those shows also have their own podcast feeds. Search DC Alliance, Marvel Alliance, and Star Wars Alliance if you just want DC content, Marvel content, or Star Wars content only. But if you want all 6 shows on the G-Way Podcast Network, stay subscribed to G-Way on your podcast app of choice. We also have a Patreon, 2 tiers, a $1 tier, and a $5 tier. $5 tier is where you get your extras, you get your ad-free episodes, early access episodes, and Patreon exclusive episodes. Myself and Joe are going through all the DC films through the years, over 35 pieces of content out there for the patrons. We also have the Marvel Alliance guys doing their Kate Expectations, going over the Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes, uh, 5 episodes at a time. And we also have Joe's Multiverse Minutes. We're on the 1st and the 15th of every month. He reviews Disney film, not just reviews, but gives you fun behind the scenes facts, tidbits, all that sort of thing. We thank everyone that's a patron. If you're not a patron, you can take a quick 30, 60-second rate and review the podcast on your podcast app of choice. It's always greatly appreciated. Helps other people find the shows, and that's always a good thing. One thing I want to say too is Geekverse is having their GV Day tomorrow. It
mm-hmm.
starts at 8 a.m. Pacific time, and they're going to be streaming for 11 hours to celebrate their 11 year anniversary.
Yeah, good
Uh,
job, guys.
and
Congratulations.
if you're a patron, oh, major congratulations! They've been doing this since 2015 for crying out loud. Uh, well, maybe I think maybe early 2016 maybe. Uh, but yeah, it's been a long time, and they're gonna. If you're a patron, they're gonna be streaming longer, and all the funds that they're gonna raise is gonna be used for shows and content in 2027. You can go to their Twitter page or their Facebook page to get the link for all of that. We'll tweet that out tomorrow when they go live as well. So there's a lot of stuff going on. You got the GV Olympics is one thing. Uh, I think they got stuff like lightsaber duel, badminton, dodgeball are some of the things, if I
Yeah,
do
I know.
remember.
I think on the Discord, Travis put up the list,
And then
and
they got,
obviously they've probably talked about it on the show over
oh
the
yeah,
last week or so. So yeah, go check if you're part of the Discord. Go check it out. If you're part of the Patreon, obviously you guys know about it, but go give it a watch.
yep.
Donate.
They
It's
always have
gonna be
fun
a lot of
content.
fun.
So
Yeah.
yeah, and when we're part of their trivia that they have That's always a great time when they're doing their 24-hour charity stream.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's basically just kind of like that, but at least there's not 24 hours. Cause at
Whew.
the end of that, they look quite
They're
tired.
always you're pretty dead after that. Yeah.
So yeah, check those guys, and yeah, it's going to be a fun day for them tomorrow. Joe, we had a fun week. We had a new show come out, and I watched it all last Friday,
Hmm.
and we were only going to do half the episodes, but you watched the entire thing today.
I
So
did.
yeah, before we get into the episodes and what we thought of each one, I would like to know what you thought about the season as a whole.
So I, and we were talking about this off mic. I do wish I would have watched the first season again, just to as a little bit of a recap.
Yeah,
And I'm not 100% sure if Amazon does if they had like a recap.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, I don't think they did. But I wish they kind of would have had something, because just having just that, a recap of previously on, just a quick little like 5 minutes. Hey, this is just something to catch you up on what happened in season one, and that would have been nice to do. Just something, because the first season, I know we both watched it, we both enjoyed it. It was really solid. It was a fun show. This one also really solid, really fun. Had a really good time. Storyline was I really enjoyed it. But like we jump right in, and I mean we'll get onto it when we start breaking it down. But like we jump right in with the Rupert Thorne stuff, and I completely forgot about Rupert Thorne altogether from last season.
You know what set me into the timeline for all that was the Jim Corrigan episode.
Right.
Like that put me in there. Oh, okay, this is the timeline, but that only just happened. Okay, that makes more sense. Like it's not that far off of when that happened. Okay, but I was like you. I completely forgot about Rupert Thorne because that was something I should have watched the season again, but I didn't have the time.
Well, at the same time, when we get to Carrie Kelly, I'm like, oh, hey, there's this Carrie. No, wait a minute. She wasn't last season for the one episode.
Yeah, with the other runaways.
Yeah, it's just like, and that's just. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I think it's one of the problems that Amazon has when they release everything at once, and people binge the stuff.
Because you know what we used to do in the past was especially some crazy people. You might watch the episode 2 or 3 times in
Hmm.
a week when you're waiting for the new episode to come out.
Right.
And it's just all out there, and you're not going to watch.
You watch it once,
over
and you
again.
move on.
Yes, so it's like I agree with you, Joe, there, and I had those feelings as well watching this, but I still one of the
But
things they upped the maturity level a lot. Like they
oh yeah,
shots and the action, the way it's animated is fantastic for this Batman. Like it doesn't have to be as fantastical as X-Men '97 or anything. It works the way it's animated here, and Batman's fighting style I love. Like he's just punching people in the face the entirety of this season every time.
one thing I told you off mic also is all the characters they're introducing. I mean, we knew about obviously like the Mad Hatter, we knew about Joker, we knew about Riddler, but like they also introduced. I mean, we also knew about Hugo Strange, but they also introduced Blockbuster. They
Yeah,
had
Spectre,
Spectre in there. Like they had so many other characters.
Rocketeer.
Roxy Rocket. Yeah, but yeah, Rocketeer, which
Well,
was
just
just
like
like
Rocketeer. I was like, what?
really hilarious.
I was like, don't get sued for this.
I mean, Roxy is
I
a
know.
Batman character, but well,
Just the
a
way the
DC
design
character.
looked her thing. It looked awful.
But yeah, it definitely was very Rocketeer esque. But no, like it's just they did a really really good job. And I will say this before we again start breaking it down: Blackgate Prison sucks. Those guards suck.
Yeah.
I mean, that just needs. It's just a revolving door. You become a prisoner at Blackgate. You just like, all right, thanks, thanks for the free meal. Bye.
The other guy just runs in and locks the door.
I would not want to be a guard at Blackgate. Like
No,
you definitely are not going home.
I look for other options.
Yeah.
That was my employment possibilities there. And yeah, Joe, I like I said, I really enjoyed the Joker too. I thought it
Joker
was
was really
the
good.
perfect amount of Joker here, and it
The
didn't
tease
take-
that they gave him was because you only see him just a little bit for majority of the season until the last like 2 episodes, and then it's like, all right, these are Joker focused episodes, and this guy is. And the good thing about Joker in the comics is anytime he pops up, he's always changed his persona. He's always something different, and that's just how Joker is. And this is another one of those motifs. He's just coming in, he's doing his thing, and just moving on. And you can look at it like that, but it also fits in this world that they created. And every character fits in this world, you know? And I
And
like it.
similar thing that Joker does that he did in The Dark Knight, for example, is he's basically trying to equate him and Batman to being two sides of the same coin. And like
That's,
at the
yeah.
final confrontation, when Batman's basically just calling him criminal, he is not happy about that. He basically thinks they're the same, like lonely. And yeah, it's good there. I have some gripes, like I mentioned to you off camera, or before we recorded,
Mm-hmm.
that he called like one of the big steps for him last season that I remembered was him not calling Alfred Pennyworth anymore, calling him Alfred. And then we go into this season, and he's calling him Pennyworth again. Tell he needs to sing out Alfred when he's a monster at the end. And I'm like, what happened to the progression that we had in the previous season? Because that was supposed to be part of him like getting more in touch with being like Bruce, not just
Yeah.
Penny. And
Well,
yeah,
it's a step back for him. It's also something that happened with because the entire time this season, it's him taking on everything by himself, and, well, I'll bring up more of this when we get into breaking down the episode. I don't want to give it away because
no,
it's the crux of the whole series,
yeah.
really there at the end. So yeah, no, we can get into it.
We'll take our first ad break before we jump into breaking down these episodes. Listeners, we're an ad support network. We unpick the ads or volume. Give you a quick 3 count to adjust your volume, and we'll be right back in 3, 2, 1. And we're back. Okay, Joe, let's get into the episodes now. The first episode is Brute Force. Before we get into the episodes, I said this before on the Animation Nation, but yay for bringing back title cards. They
Did
didn't
they
have those in the first season, and they have those in this season, and they come before every episode, and it's nice.
again? I don't remember the first season, so
So yeah, they didn't have them. That was one of the points that people did not like was a little disgruntled about. And nice to see them pivot and do that here.
good.
So
Yeah.
yeah, Brute Force is the episode, and like Joe said in his uh, talk about the season as a whole, the Rupert Thorne stuff from the previous season where he got arrested that I forgot as well is what we pick up on here. There's a trial for him, and it seems like like Mad Hatter, is against that. She's basically somebody on TV. She's I don't know what basically I don't know what kind of equivalent it is to Mad Hatter.
She's. I would probably equate her to a talking head. She is a like CNN or
Godfrey.
Fox News talking head person because she has segments where she would have people, but she's also is like the voice of the evening news and the evening
Yeah.
whatever. So yeah, like she's the voice of the city.
So yeah, she's basically being like this Rupert Thorne thing is silly. He shouldn't be arrested. He should be let go. And they got his accountant Julian Gregory, who's basically the
Calendar
calendar
man's what they're
man.
calling him. Yep.
Yeah, and Thorne wants Nigma, his lieutenant, the number one lieutenant, to kill him.
Hmm.
And I do love how throughout this episode, several times he goes to kill him, and Batman is always there to thwart him. And he gets so frustrated with it that essentially he creates a somewhat like a Solomon Grundy type or Hulk type.
So he creates Blockbuster. He get
Okay,
when the minute that he called him Dez, and then he gets all hulking. I'm like, oh crap! Because
okay, I
so
missed that one
so and then they definitely reiterate it in a couple episodes when
because they say
Joker
because he.
steals all the vials from Hugo Strange, and it says Blockbuster on the vials. And the only reason I know this is because I'm a big Nightwing fan, and Nightwing's main adversary for his second series technically, was Roland Desmond, who is
Yeah,
Mark Desmond's this guy's brother, and it is this big hulking guy, and and Mark Desmond, he was only Blockbuster for a short period of time, his mind and body wasn't really working well together, and so he died. Roland, on the other hand, became a crime boss in Bloodhaven, but he had still had the stature, and yeah, so that's how I
Okay.
knew it. As soon as he said Dez, I'm like, it just clicked for me.
Okay, yeah, so he's from Batman 309, 1979. Yeah, he's pretty similar to that. So yeah, he created him. I said, well, Hugo Strange does, and it sucks that we don't see anything else from Hugo Strange.
Yeah, next time
These
we see him,
Joker
he's
eyes,
got a pretty wicked smile on his
pretty
face.
happy. But yeah, I wish we'd got more from him. That was kind of a tease. Uh, but yeah, essentially, he doesn't even get the job done with Blockbuster either, and Dez reverts back to his normal self.
Oh, and he took a beating.
It
Batman
was.
literally rammed the Batmobile, rammed him with the Batmobile into a wall multiple
Multiple.
times.
I was like, this is getting excessive. Even people watching were like,
Yeah,
okay. And yeah, I love the Batmobile. It looks just like Batman the animated series one.
it does.
I
Yeah.
always love it. We do get the accountant testifying, but that doesn't matter, Joe, because Rupert Thorne has the judge bought off and paid.
Weird,
So
huh? I don't
yeah,
know. Don't know what that is like.
I do love how his son's like, yeah, Dad, like that's awesome, and he's like, son, like we paid for that. I always remember that, and then we never see his son ever again.
Well,
Um,
no, we do.
I didn't think he was with Rupert in the.
He's the one that gets the brains exposed.
Oh, okay.
That's yeah. Anyway, sorry.
Oh, I didn't notice that. It's
Yeah,
been weeks since I've watched it.
that's fair.
Okay. Yeah, so because I did complain about that, I didn't even really see what happened to his son. Uh,
I mean, they both disappeared, but yes.
yeah, and he's laughing, and we see the driver is Joker.
Yep.
And I do love how it ends with Batman and Gordon being forced to work together by Barbara, who was their go-between for a little while in last season, and now we're going to get a more Batman animated series style relationship between Gordon and Batman throughout the rest of the season.
Yeah, which is kind of fun.
So yeah, that was a good episode to start off the show. Like Joe said, I wish there was a little thing in the front to show what happened to get us to Rupert Thorne's trial, because
Or
I
at
did
least
not remember that.
something to click on before you even watch it, the whole series, to be like, hey, here's a recap. If you want to, like a 6 minute recap of the first season, if you want
If you're
this,
going to drop them in full like this, you should do that.
right?
At the very least, you should have something for a minute long.
Something a stinger in the
They even
beginning of
had
the first
them with
episode.
the
Yeah,
TCCW shows when they stopped between seasons because it was such a long break.
yeah, yeah. I do remember because it was like a month and a half break usually.
Yeah, well, it was like we go from like April, no, like June or May to like September. Was their longest break, like a couple months there? They go
Oh,
back.
that's season breaks though.
Yeah,
That's like
that's what I meant.
oh
So
okay.
this is season breaks. I wish they would give like something in between.
Yeah, this was like because this was like 2 years.
Yeah, which was a while. So yeah, we next one is one of the episodes that I really enjoyed, which is Rocket's Red Glare, and this is Roxy Rocket. And Joe, I do love how the Triad Industries has basically took over all our stuff, and we don't think that right away. Batman thinks that Roxy Rocket is a terrorist trying to
Hmm.
blow up the Triad, but ultimately he realizes what's going on. What do you think about this episode?
This is pretty good. I liked it. Him, Batman realizing
He was
who
wrong.
Roxy was immediately, and he's still just being himself. He still is like, look, if these guys are saying what you said they did to you, we need to take them in the right way. I can't let you kill them.
Yeah.
But that's his way. Although I do have to say though, as much as this guy is against killing, I have to use air quotes there. I was watching this show, and he killed like 8 people throughout every single episode.
Yep.
He smashed somebody with a car at one point in time.
Yep.
He threw somebody in the liquid nitrogen.
Yep. That person's dead.
Yeah, like I'm sorry, like you don't kill people. It reminds me of the old Pete Holmes as Batman skits.
When he threw that batarang at somebody and went through their head, like, that person's dead. No, he's just sleeping.
No, he's
taking a
sleeping.
nap. Yeah.
Okay, anyway,
So yeah.
but no, this was good. I really did like this one. Seeing Roxy was really cool. Really thought she was and I mean we never saw a body at the end.
Nope,
So
that's what I was thinking too. Like, she might come back for another episode down the line if they get another season of this.
I hope they do.
I did, like I said, I liked that her look like the Rocketeer, and I liked how they brought in Ultrium as the fuel cell and stuff. I just loved that they did that. So yeah, and we did see this is the episode where we see Strange is murdered,
Yep.
and yeah, and he steals all the toxin that he gave to Enigma, so we can
Yeah, all the
see how
blockbuster toxin.
yeah how he combines the two to get where he is. Uh, yeah, so this is a fun episode. I do love the Bruce Wayne of Val trying to invest. Uh, I did enjoy that. I thought that was a nice little fun element of it. The next episode is Deep Cover.
I
Uh,
like this one
this
mainly
one
because we got matches.
matches Malone. This
Yeah.
is super fun. So Bruce goes undercover, gets arrested, and goes into the jail as Matches Malone to befriend Desi, and saves his life like 6 times in the jail.
I feel bad for Desmond because
I
he's
do.
like, I don't like Thorn wouldn't do this to me. Eddie is my friend, and then he gets out and he talks to Eddie, and Eddie's like, man, I've been trying to kill you like all this time, and I just don't know what's going on. It's like, wait, you're trying to kill me?
Yeah,
Yeah, and I guess I just got to do it myself, and just riddles him with bullets. Like, oh,
I know.
I really thought that as soon as he tried to kill him, that the toxin that was still in him, like the blockbuster toxin, was going to reignite or something.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna come back to life too.
But because of the nature of the show, obviously they didn't want to,
No, well,
you
we see
know,
what they do with
bring
this
him back.
picture
Yeah,
later.
yeah,
So it's like, yeah, uh, yeah. But I love this. I love Matches Malone. I love his look. The fact that he gets shot, but he's okay.
yeah. That was a lucky shot. Like,
Yeah, super lucky. And Enigma killing him, it would, like you Joe said, it was heartbreaking to see him get killed there. After, because you could look, he felt really bad about what he thought happened to
to
Matches.
Matches, yeah,
And then
because Matches saved, like you said, saved his life numerous times in prison. Because it's not like the cops or the police officers in there, the guards, they were helping, trying to kill Matches.
I'm shocked that, well,
Or I'm sorry, Des.
one of the things I didn't like about Riddler is that he did no riddles at all.
The few he did were barely riddles.
Like, I don't even know if any of them were riddles. Like, I didn't really see question mark gun shot thing
Uh,
towards the end of his
yeah,
life.
we did that when he was with Thorn,
Yeah,
but that's
I don't know. I just felt like he could just call him Edward Nigma.
well, they did. I mean, he took on the persona Riddler. I think they called him Riddler like once or twice, but more often than not, everybody called him Eddie
Yeah.
or Edward Nigma. Like he never really went by the Riddler,
No.
which
So,
is,
yeah.
I'm not saying it's a good thing or a bad thing, but it is one of those things where if you know him as Riddler, it's like he's not really being very Riddlery.
He's not Ridley. He's not riddling.
He's not the Riddler that we know from
But
from
again,
Batman animated series.
like I said, it's okay. I just wish I wouldn't have heard anyone refer to him as Riddler,
Right. Agreed.
because he's Edward Nigma. And again, I'm fine with this take on him. It's just like, yeah, I just didn't need to hear Riddler at all the time. But the next episode is pretty. I thought this was gonna be our weirdest, most paranormal episode, and then we get an episode next after this. But
Yeah.
this one, The Devil's Due, I really loved how we had a pretend murderous cult, like a bloody bat cult, and
Dude, when they said Barbados, sorry,
yeah,
I'm like, oh, because like I mean that triggered with me with Batman R.I.P. and
yeah,
when he's trying to come back in that storyline, and that came out in what was that 2015, 2016, something like that.
that was
Um,
2014. But no, I think you're right.
You might be right too. It was somewhere around that time because it was with Final Crisis, whenever that was. And like it was that whole situation, and all of that. Wait, Eel O'Brien. Sorry, it just hearing Barbados and it just again it's all these characters that they're bringing up that I didn't expect them to even have in this episode, or in
Oh,
the show, and it just kind of made me think like, oh, that's kind of cool. And then seeing the cult wanting to try and bring this creature or this being into Gotham, and then Batman goes to see Papa Midnight of all people,
I
and Papa
love
Midnight,
him as a recurring character.
right?
Well, yeah,
And then Papa
awesome.
Midnight comes in and is like, yeah, no, Barbados is fake. It's a myth. He's like, he's not real. And
Yeah,
Papa Midnight saying this, so Batman's gonna believe him,
especially considering last season what he's
right?
been found in. So, yeah, and I love how when the guys confront it and Cat, he basically asked Batman if he wanted to cut him in.
Right.
And
He's still trying to.
considering what he did to the non-believer kid when he broke his neck, I was like, what?
Well, he wasn't a non-believer. He was starting to doubt it.
Starting to doubt it. That makes
Yeah.
sense. Yeah, and he broke his neck. I was like, holy crap! And then him try to be like, yeah, you want me to cut you in? I got a pretty good thing going here. And then that lady goes crazy at the end.
I
I was like, holy moly!
so I really had thought that the lady was when she was being what was I think? Like I thought she was gonna be something. Like she was under some like mind control from Hattie.
Yeah,
Like I thought she was doing something to control her because the minute she goes and talks to Gordon, and Gordon all of a sudden's like, "Yeah, I'll be on Hattie Tetch's show. Why not?" Like that didn't seem like something he would do.
that's what I
But
thought, Joe, as well, that he was under control. But no,
his
like,
I mean his explanation makes sense, but like it seemed weird. And so like Hattie could control her person, the person could control Gordon. Like it just kind of started to the dots started to flow. But then she's being controlled, sure, but by a cult. So it just I'm like, okay.
and yeah, they take Gordon and Hattie, and then there's a ultimate final showdown. And yeah, like the guy's captured, and he kind of just pretends like, yeah, this is all a joke. And then the person that fell for it completely, the lady that threw away her life, stabs him.
I mean, let's
So
be honest. Most cults is like
yeah,
that.
oh yeah, we're
Sorry,
we
I had
know,
something in my throat there.
we know. Here,
Let me get some water. Clear that. Go out of my throat.
I'll have some Canadian bourbon later.
I might need some of that.
Uh, so yeah, that was a fun episode as well. We'll do this episode, Joe, and then we'll take our final ad break. This is one of my more fun episodes of the season.
This one
Uh,
was a good one.
the Spectral Hand, and this is about Jim Corrigan. And I remember feeling a little bit bummed out when we got his like conclusion in last season, thinking like, okay, yeah, we're not going to get any of that story. Like, why would you name him that? Why couldn't you just name him Timmy Two instead of that? I guess. And then lo and behold, we get a take on it here where he volunteers for an experiment to extend his life. This doctor has a method or something, and this will get him out of his jail time. And
It'll shorten his sentence or
yeah,
something like that.
shorten his sentence.
Commute his sentence
Commute his sentence, I think it is, Joe, so he doesn't have, I don't know if he
as
has that
long. Yeah.
anything. And yeah, he goes crazy on the operating board. I do love, before we get into that, how Bruce Wayne is there, and he's a disgusting pig. And
I mean, he's playing. Yeah,
yeah, but both Barbara and
Renee.
Montoya are like, ooh. So, yeah, I did love that. It's just classic Bruce Wayne. I love how he played it like that. But yeah, that was one of the cool things when he gets shocked and like goes back to life and dies, and then it looks like he's dead. And Barbara can't handle that very well because of what happened last season. Uh, I
Well, like
wasn't
she,
expecting him to come back, to be honest with you first.
I kind of did too. Like right there and then. I like the way they did it,
Yeah, love it.
but I did expect him to just like pop up right there on the table as well. But and it wasn't that she couldn't handle it. It was more like she was relieved that he was gone, but at the same time, it was like she watched the man die in front of
And
her.
she's the reason that he got put in there.
Right.
Yeah,
So she wasn't happy about it, but at the same time, she couldn't process it. It seemed
no,
like,
yeah, and that was what she was having a hard time when she gets the conclusion of that in the end of this episode.
which is really good. Yeah, because so what ends up happening is Corrigan comes back to life, and it really sucks for those morgue drivers because they're just sitting there like talking about their weekend, what they're gonna do, and Corrigan just sits up and just is there.
And they die.
They drive off a cliff.
And both of them are dead
Yeah.
when you get to the scene. I love his Bruce that gets to the scene with Alfred first.
Yep.
So yeah, and he goes and visits all of these couple trials that he had where he would have had people convicted, but like the evidence fell through, or like somebody Bride to Witness, like just stuff that didn't like it should have been a slam dunk case so that people got off with it. And he goes and visits him. And I do love how when he stares at him and says like justice, his eyes go
Vengeance,
crazy.
not justice.
Vengeance, sorry,
Vengeance.
vengeance, my bad. And his eyes go crazy black and then white,
The skull come in, yeah.
and then go back to black again.
And what's really cool though, what's really nice is that he doesn't do anything to them. They all die from their own
Well,
machinations.
he gets a heart attack, so I guess he gets scared and has a heart attack.
Yeah.
Isn't it? That first
Well,
guy.
he's also drunk and old, and yeah. So that one does. The other guy tries to jump off of the building to try to reach the other one, doesn't make it. The third guy like gets run over.
Cross, yeah, gets crossed.
Oh, that was the third guy jumps off. Second guy gets run over. But yeah, like he didn't do anything to them. All he did was just show up.
And Batman meets and gets in a fight with the first time, and he dusts Batman because he's normally strong,
Yeah.
durable.
I
And
mean,
then-
technically, he's the avenging angel of God. So
And then he goes to Barbara, and everyone's like, "Oh no!" Like Barbara, hide, like get safe. And he's
yeah,
just
that's what
going there for one
Batman was
reason.
trying to tell her. Yeah.
Yeah, he's just going there for one reason, Joe, and that is to ask for forgiveness. And you can tell she didn't even say it, but he can tell that she's forgiven him.
Yep.
And he falls and dies.
Yeah, I really did like how they handled this. I thought it was really, really cool.
Yeah.
It's just it sucks though because Spectre is a really cool character.
Yeah,
But again-
he doesn't come back later on as the character.
I mean, I'm not saying he can't, but nature of the show, I like what they're doing with it.
Yeah.
You know?
But we don't need to see. Well, I think Spectre was an old character, but this is like Silver Age comics here, right? Like this is or gold. This is-
Spectre was Silver Age, for the most part. Yeah, so it's but the Spectre that
we
obviously
know
that they had is
yeah different.
different. Yeah,
Same thing as Clayface.
correct.
Yeah. So it's the older school version of some of these characters, and I'm for some of this stuff, I must say. So we'll take potentially our final ad break of the evening. Listeners for an ad support network. We're gonna pick the ad of the volume. We're gonna do a quick 3 count to adjust your volume, and we'll be right back in 3, 2, 1. And we're back. Okay, Joe. 5 more episodes to talk about. Let's get into the next one that is titled
Sudden Fear.
Sudden Fear. Oh, the Return of Harley Quinn.
Yep.
And I love this take on Harley Quinn. This is like really enjoyable. It's not tied to Joker in any way.
No.
And she's kind of a good sidekick for Batman.
I loved that. You know, I like that she was analyzing everybody because
Yeah.
she's a psychiatrist. When when she does meet up with Batman, he knocks her out, takes her to the Batcave, and they're doing some things. Knocks her out again to take her out of the Batcave, and she's just like, you could have just blindfolded me. Like,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
And classic such and such behavior is what she
Yeah.
said. And yeah, like I do love how she's constantly analyzing not only everyone else but Batman as well, and trying to
Oh yeah,
get
the entire
under-
time.
get under him. And yeah,
But
that's really,
He's analyzing her too, though. Like he
Oh,
points
yeah.
out of what she's been gone for however long, a year or something like that, and he's like he figures out why. He immediately figures out why she was gone, and that is one of my things that I find not upsetting, but very like, what? Why? I wish they would have shown something of how
she and
Harley
Robert-
showed up to Renee's.
Yeah, that's the thing. There had a couple problems of not showing some things here in this show at times.
Yeah.
Like the Hugo Strange thing, would have loved to seen him actually meet his maker first, instead of just seeing a smiley face.
Yeah,
And same thing here. I would have loved to see scene before, or even because we opened with Montoya and she checking Montoya's evidence, but I would wish we saw the scene where she shows up with Montoya after the events of last season, where Montoya lets her stay there or saves her.
well, yeah, like after they do what they're doing last season, I don't know, maybe the end of one episode of like this first episode or something like that this season, just Renee or Harley comes in and just appears, and and Renee's like, "Oh, I have to hide you because of what you did." You know?
You could have even had Renee look at, like, we could have had a list of some of the potential rewards because they never found a body for Harley Quinn. So maybe we could see her picture, and then Renee remembers her showing back up on her doorstep, and
Something. Yeah.
she's leading us into the episode. I would have liked to see something, but yeah, she's living there. They're together, and she helps Batman throughout this. I do love how when Batman shows up first, when she's trying to solve the case on her own, she just runs away immediately when she sees Batman,
Yeah,
and
because
she
it's
takes off
Batman.
the other way. But yeah, this is a good episode. Both of them are helping each other, and there's a really good twist at the end with the Scarecrow.
I
Uh,
mean, you say twist. I called
I
it
just meant,
immediately.
I just
But
meant, for some people that were
yeah.
watching, it's like switch it, and
But I mean, though, I like what they tried to
they
do.
didn't give the name. Did they give out the guy's name, or maybe I missed
They
it, and that's
did.
why? Okay, maybe that's
Um,
why. Yeah, I missed
well,
it.
no, like even that though, like they're trying to point it at him, and I'm like, I don't think it's him. The minute that the kid, that Junior, showed up and he's trying to be all like chivalrous, I'm like, nope, he's
Ugh,
he's acting
you're
too
too
like
nice for Gotham.
too nice.
You're too nice for Gotham.
Yeah,
So yeah, he's a creepy guy, and he gets taken down, which is pretty awesome. I do love how he tries to use fear on Batman. Batman's like, no, this doesn't work on me.
but yeah, I did. I mean, yeah, like no fear, no fear.
No
He
fear.
he he went back to his to 1990s and was wearing the no fear shirts.
And the next episode is the end of Riddler. Uh,
Yeah,
as quick as
Rose
he
and
came on.
Thorn, man, Rose and Thorn of all characters, and they made it
Yeah.
work. I like
Oh,
that.
it worked very well, Joe. And she's like so sad. Like her father
Yeah.
was killed at the start of the episode. He's taking care of her. He quit the force to take care of her when her mother died, and she's had bouts with mental illness before. You can
Hmm.
tell from her dialogue. And when he gets killed, it pushes her over the edge, and she has a alter ego that comes out, Thorn, and Thorn becomes a quite the prime villain pretty quickly. I do love how she infiltrates Enigma's crew and puts down Flask right away,
Yeah.
who's trying to make a deal, and uh, she's her right. I honestly, they played this so good. I thought that Rose was going to be sad about it, and Thorn was going to constantly just be a Riddler. Like, they got me. I did not think they were going to do what they did at the end of the episode. Uh, for the most
I
part.
yeah, I was not expecting that with Thorn taking the revenge, but you know, I mean, she is part of Rose, and like Rose got devastated. I mean, Eddie killed Rose's dad.
For no
Killed
reason.
what's his name,
Because he was
Phil
being a bit
Forrest.
stern when in front of his daughter, especially when he was basically being creep to his daughter.
Right.
And yeah, the dad jumps in front and takes bullets, and yeah, I love how she turns into the villain. I love how she has poison on her collar that knocks out Batman, but she also doesn't let him kill Batman. She
Yeah.
instead puts him in that knowing that he'll get out of it, basically.
Yeah. She's specifically did it so that she can be the one, so that Batman can be safe.
Yeah,
Because I mean, that is one thing about Thorn, is she's not a villain per se. She is more of a anti-hero.
yeah.
She is more of a character that she's more of a character that, like, oh, of course. Yeah, I would not put her on the same level as like Red Hood, as like that sort of vigilante esque, but or anti-hero esque. But she's definitely more of a, I'm gonna do what I want, but I'm also, if I'm doing it, it's because I have a reason for doing it.
Well, we know now that her reason for doing all this was just to get Edward Nygma to trust her, and then when she's going to get him away to make sure he doesn't get killed, and she brings her to the flower shop, and he walks in and sees the big flower bouquet he has for her, she has
Hmm.
for him, I mean, and turns around and gets shot and killed.
Yeah, so she could
And
kill him. Yep.
Batman shows up like 3 hours later, and he's all dripped out, and Batman just dusts his hands of it and says, if she comes back to Gotham, I'll handle her, but
Oh well.
oh well, and
Yeah.
okay, Batman, actually props to you there. You're giving her a bit of, because he knew who she was. He broke that down.
Yeah, he figured it out. Yeah.
So then he ultimately is like, yeah, like an eye for an eye kind of deal. As long as she doesn't come back, it's okay. I was like, I don't know if Superman would approve of that, Batman, but yeah,
I mean, Superman's
we'll
not
do
here right
we'll
now,
do we'll
but
do that. We'll do that.
we're also at this point where Batman's killed like 8 people, so
You're right about that, Joey. It's kind of overboard a little bit here. Uh, and then we get the final three episodes here. Uh, I will say final three because we find out what happens to all the people, but the first episode is more silly with Carrie in this.
I mean,
Uh,
yeah,
Dear
it was
Oliver.
fun-ish. We get
It
our
was fun-ish. Like just
we
basically
get
the
our
the
Mr.
montage of
Freeze.
Carrie.
What? Yeah,
The montage of Carrie when she's doing all the stuff. We get all that first before we get most of the stuff, right?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and she's like, saves a dog, stray dog, gives it back to the owner, stops some kids from doing vandalism, and practices with her slingshot before
Yep. And then
ultimately getting
that
the
her
bike
bike gets
destroyed.
run over by the truck.
Yeah, the whatever I can't remember the
Sub Zero
Sub Zero refrigeration.
Fridge, something like that. Yeah. Get our
So
Mr. Freeze surrogate.
not yeah, and she follows him there, and Batman meets up with Batman, and Batman is terrible to her and tells her to leave. You know, kind of right though, considering what could potentially go down.
Right.
She runs away crying, but then she comes back as Batman gets captured, and then we get some wild hijinks where she saves Batman. And I will say this is the only time this is hilarious to me because Batman's like, "I need my utility belt," and I'm like, "I haven't seen you use anything in a utility belt in like a season and a half, dude. Like all you do is punch people in the face." And he says to her multiple times, like, "I need my utility belt." It's hung up.
I'm
That she
sure.
gets
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
And I'm just like, I, the end of the season, we see him do something, but we don't see him. He punches people in the face all the time. Like grapple
Yeah.
hook, uses grapple hook. But like we see, he don't throw batarangs very often. Sometimes he do, like scattered. I remember him
Yeah, I'll say
like not
about the
Mia, but
most he did was battering and maybe the grappling,
yeah, but like
which he had to pull that from somewhere.
he uses smoke pellets in this when he gets that.
But yeah, like these last handful of episodes is where he's using it. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
So yeah, they fight back and forth, and ultimately Mr. Freeze doesn't he get frozen?
Oh,
Can't remember now.
no, no.
Oh,
So what happens? Okay, so what happens is um, after they figure out, Carrie figures out that those people aren't statues and they're actual real people, and she freaks out, and they beat they beat him. Um, yeah, they actually beat him really well. Like they team up and they take him down. Carrie leaves. She actually pulls a Batman on Batman, which is kind of fun
yeah,
when he's admitting like, "Oh yeah, thank you for helping me," and I can't remember exactly all he was saying, but like he turns around and she's already gone because
yeah,
she's got to get back home because of curfew. But no, Batman is trying to interrogate Mister Zero, and he's getting ready to say who
and then
brought
Joker shoots him.
the guy. Yeah, and
Yeah,
he gets
yeah,
shot
you're right.
shot in the
Yeah,
throat and then shot in the head.
yeah, and Batman turns and sees him far away, and Batman also discovers Rupert Thorne here
Yep.
as well, so he knows where he is, and he brings him back to the Batcave.
I did find it interesting that he took it to the Batcave and he did not tell Gordon about Thorne because I do believe at this point in time they had found Yeah, they had found Thorne's car in the river,
Yeah,
but now Thorne's missing. So
yeah,
the cops don't know where Thorne's at, and
yeah.
here Batman finds Thorne, but doesn't say anything.
No. And Batman brings him back. We get the next episode, Dying Before Dead. Uh, Batman brings him back so Alfred can do his autopsy on him, and they figure out what's going on. At that same time, Joker announces publicly that Mayor Jessup's going to die at the end of the day, no
Yeah,
matter what.
he kills Hattie live on TV.
Yeah, and a couple of
Kills
her producers, I think, or
all
something.
basically all the whole
Yeah,
crew.
yeah, but
Um,
there was no audience at the time.
yeah, thankfully.
Yeah, so they all get killed. She's out of the picture now, and he says that on TV that he's gonna have the mayor die, and I do love how at the end Batman's like we don't even know like how long he had this plan or when he exposed the mayor and how long he waited for the effects to.
Yeah, because so what he does because they say the mayor's going to be killed. Obviously, the police are scrambling because the mayor's going to die at midnight.
Yeah,
So they're going to take him to a safe house. But the mayor is shady as all get out. So he's like, even though Gordon wants Renee Montoya to lead
Last
this.
Flass.
Yeah, Mayor wants Flass, and Flass is like, you know what? I'm going to take you to this strip club because you know what? I'm your friend, and I just want you to keep that in mind for when I want to be commissioner, basically.
Yeah.
But when Batman talks to the Joker after he goes and figures out where Joker has been laying low and figures out that all of his men had already been infected, and all those guys die. Joker basically tells him, he's like, yeah, you know, they're playing into my hand. Flash is playing into my hand. Like the mayor's already dead. He doesn't even know it,
Yeah.
and that's when he figures out. Yeah, the mayor had already been infected at some point in time. So
Yeah.
Joker knew exactly when mayor was going to die. So he has been planning this. He had it timed. It was a timed release. So he's picking up on all these clues.
A little too late, but
Yeah.
anyway, even that, I still like really enjoy that the Joker figured that out from all the experiments on all the other people that he did
Yep.
to get the timing of when he can extend this long enough that like the mayor can do 20. He can get in touch with the mayor, and then like 2 days later the mayor dies, or a week later. Because Batman says we don't even know when the mayor was exposed. It could have been a week late. Could have been a week ago.
Could yeah. Could have
And
been yesterday. Could have been a month ago. Like you don't know.
and the mayor dies. It's pretty haunting, and people a bit of chaos there. And then we get the last episode, the last.
It gets crazy because what ends up happening toward the end of this episode is while all of the bodies who have been
Sorry, I thought that
exposed.
was at the start of this episode, but you're
Nope,
right.
it's at the end of this
Last
one because
yeah,
this is when Alfred gets infected.
yeah,
At the end of the episode, all of the bodies who have been Jokerized, they all just like sit up and start spewing out Joker gas. Well, the mixture of toxins.
yeah,
Um, it's the Joker gas plus the blockbuster toxin.
yeah, and it drives in to be Joker versions of Blockbuster
Yeah,
essentially, and that's when we end the episode. Like it's just going crazy. They're fighting in the
fighting the morgue at
police
the police station.
police station.
Alfred gets infected there at the Batcave, and yeah, next episode is literally it's called the Laughing Death, and everybody is going crazy.
Yeah, lots of fights.
Bullock
Batman's
gets
attack.
infected. He's going after Flash. Alfred is going after Batman, basically saying all these mean things about him.
Yeah,
Um, and
Batman manages to sing out Alfred to him, and he pauses for a second. He uses the antigen that he's been working on,
mhm.
and Alfred goes back to normal.
Yeah.
And at the same time, Gordon saves Montoya and Barbara,
Yep.
but gets slashed himself, so he starts to turn.
Yeah, they figured out. So Batman and Alfred are figuring out what this all the phases are. Like they figured out
Yeah,
phase one is obviously is get infected to begin with and die. Phase two is this new uh, strain of infected people. Phase three or phase four is biting people. I can't remember what phase three was,
yeah.
but whatever. Like this is the next phase is the basically the zombification of biting, slashing, infecting them, and passing it along.
Batman takes off and tells Alfred that he has to make more.
Yep.
Uh, and yeah, we get Batman showing up. We get Batman versus Joker is what this episode
This was
is.
a good fight, man.
Good fight and good discussion too.
Yeah.
And Joker basically wants Batman to realize that they're two of the same. Batman calls him a monster, and he flips out and says like, "No, they can call me that, but not you." Uh, and it's a good back and forth. There's Batman really beats on Joker at times here. Like I'm shocked the Joker just keeps coming, walking around, chatting. Like he gets hit so much.
Well, he's
And
German, so you know he can take it.
so ultimately, Joker's like, look at all this, like look at all this chaos, everything that you are trying to protect. Like you're lonely, just like me. You're all alone. And Alfred flies in on the plane. Well, but just before Batman starts laughing, he's like, no,
Yeah.
you're not at all. I'm not alone. And then Alfred shows up and shit, the antidote goes all over Gotham and saves everyone. And Joker snaps, and we get the final back and forth here. Joker has Batman shot, and he's going to peace out, and Batman throws the Batarang, swings around. Joker goes into another soliloquy, and Batman's like, "You talk too much," and then Joker gets rebarred
Yeah.
out of something like out of Final Destination.
And then he just walks himself off of the
Cliff.
building and down into the smoke. But this is what I was gonna say earlier. Batman, like in the last season, he learned.
Hmm.
At least I thought he learned that he's not alone in this battle. And then this entire season, second season here, he's trying to fight everything alone again. Only
He
to by
works
the
with
end of the season
Commissioner
learn that
Willoughby.
I'm not alone again. It's like,
Yeah,
come on, guys, what are you doing here?
it's like to forget like the Alf Pennyworth and the
That's
Alfred.
what I'm saying. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's just like they relearn. He relearned the lesson that he learned last season.
I don't like that. That's very CW, DCCWE. Like, don't need to learn this third lesson a fourth time. Like that, you
Yeah,
gotta be open. You don't have to close off. Like, okay, I don't need to see that 4 times in a row. Like, I'll get it. Okay, it's hard being. It's hard. Your life's hard. But no, this year there was a lot of fun in this season though, Joe. Like there was appearances. We had Cat Grant appearance as well. She was
and the
in
Vicky Vale,
Bruce.
not
Vicky Vale,
Cat
sorry,
Vicky.
Cat
Yeah,
Grant, Vicky Vale, my bad. It's been a long day. Um,
you're good. But no, yeah,
and
you're right.
she
Vicky,
showed
we
her
had
again.
apparently Eel O'Brien, Plastic Man. He was one of I'm assuming Riddler's guys.
Yeah,
At least that's what it was saying in Wikipedia. But yeah, like we had Rose and Thorn. Wasn't expecting them. Um, Dez, Blockbuster, like we had said. Um, there was a
Mr.
couple.
Zero was fun. It was definitely their take on Mr. Freeze.
I
It
mean,
was
100% it
yeah,
was. So
which I enjoyed. Even Carrie Kelly, like I did, like
yeah,
she's
seeing her again
back.
was great. Yeah,
Wasn't Lois Lane in an episode? I
she
feel like
was. I
she
didn't see it.
was. I thought she was. Maybe I'm wrong.
Not to my knowledge.
She was a reporter, I do think. It was in the Mayor episode.
Um,
I thought she was. I thought she asked a question.
no idea.
Maybe
Couldn't
I'm
tell you.
wrong. Uh, so yeah, that and I thought she looked like the like Fleischer cartoons. Um, but yeah, that was pretty cool. Love this season. Hope we get a second. Hope we get a third season of this, Joe.
Yeah,
For
nothing's
some
been said
reasons,
yet.
but no,
So
they have no idea if they're going to get a third season. It all depends on. Well, I don't know if it all depends on that because Amazon sometimes just green light stuff all the time. Melania movie. Uh, so yeah, they'll just toss out money at times. If I were them, I want to keep a piece of DC property for Batman. That if you search Amazon for Batman on Amazon Prime, this will be one of the first things that comes up. So if I'm Amazon, like I just want to keep it because that's one of the generic things I'd like to have. If I was running a streaming service, I'd like to have like just some properties of those things. Like if you search Spider-Man, I'd like to have a movie. Like it doesn't have to be Tom Holland Spider-Mans, but like to have something in your catalog because those are the
right,
kind of things, generic search things that people look up. So that was one thing Netflix was really good at. They didn't have like the newest Batman stuff, but they had like old Batman animated movies and stuff. Netflix Canada anyway, and DC shows and stuff. Like
which is always also a good
yeah,
thing. Just it's
they
even
just search
having
Batman
access
and
to
those
that.
stuff. Yeah. So
I mean, the other good thing about this is just looking at some of the reviews here, and it's still sitting in the 90s. Like this
yeah,
is getting positive reviews, so
it's a unique take, Joe. Even
it
it's an
is.
homage of the old school comics, but it's still a unique take for us animated. Because I will argue that Batman the animated series was far more fantastical than this.
Well, it's also
With
I would say ahead
Mr.
of its
Bat
time
and
too.
Clarice and Raz and just the way they did stuff and Superman crossover and stuff like
Right?
that. That this is much more old school Batman alone detective solo. So
Yeah,
no Robin, no nothing. So
yeah, and I mean, and I don't think we need it. We don't
no,
need a
we don't.
Robin. We don't need like Barbara doesn't need to become Batgirl. Like
No,
she's
because
doing great what
we
she's
got like
doing.
four interpretations where those people become those characters in animation. So we
Right?
don't need to go there. We can keep this can stay as its own thing, and you can do anything else. It doesn't hurt. This is pretty in its own box. That like nothing affects it from what's going on. So really enjoy it, and I hope we get more of this, Joe.
Same.
And yeah, I dug this. Watched this, and I'm watching X Men '97, and this is just as good as that because it knows what it is and doesn't try to be anything different.
Yeah.
And just
My only gripe is
we got
one of
some
my
small
gripes
gripes.
is that they're dropping it all at once.
Yeah. Oh, that's a big gripe for
I
me.
wish
Like
I
we
wish
don't
they
need
could do
that.
weekly, but Amazon is really I don't understand their method of how they drop
I
their
don't
episodes.
understand any streaming service dropping them all at once, Joe. I don't understand it at all. Like just from, like I said, you get the big fans watching it over and over and over again before you get to the next episode. So like I don't understand why you would drop it all at once. Like it
Well,
just
and
doesn't.
like repeat viewing doesn't do as much as it used to,
No.
because there's so much out there nowadays. If this was say 10 years ago and we didn't have so much, yeah, I'd watch this 3 times
Yeah.
maybe.
Oh yeah.
But like, no, there's other things that I can watch and other things I have to watch for shows that I'm covering. This is I'm not going to watch this again in quite a while. I
Well,
will watch this
we
again at
got
some point in
Lanterns
time.
in 9 days, and we got My Adventure with Superman ending in 14 days or something like that. So, or in a week and a half. I don't know. So
Yeah,
yeah, we
something
got a
like
lot of stuff coming up. So, and we'll be reviewing the My Adventure with Superman that came out last week. We'll review 2 episodes next week. So we'll wrap that up. Joe, this was a fun season though, and I hope we get another one. This was a fun discussion, and I'm looking forward to all the content we have coming up with this Clayface, Lanterns, My Adventure with Superman. We're rolling into content right now. Not Spider-Man movie levels, but we're doing pretty good considering where we came from a couple years ago.
that. Yeah.
So, listeners, we'll be back next week, or we'll be back next time with more DC goodness. Until then, see you, everyone.
Bye, y'all.